Scarlet Park, Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere.
Good morning, YouTube. It's Desi and I'm back with another video, y'all. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the bad part as far as for pain management, OBGYN, and family practice. So y'all stay tuned. This morning, I'm hoping everybody have a good one. Shout out to all the new medical assistants out there. So y'all, I am in the car currently right now vlogging.
For all us in Florida, please, can you let it rain or something? Can you let it rain or something? Please. Damn it.
I haven't did a car talk with y'all in a while. Like, y'all remember when I first started and I was doing the I done upgraded ever since I done got it with the ring light. But no, I figured that I would do a quick vlog real quick. Me and my mom been doing like a daily walk and whatnot, and usually by the time I get off, I haven't really been fitting in time to like vlog about what I want to. So I figured this would be the best time. But I figured I would tell you guys the bad part about pain management as far as for a medical assistant, stuff to kind of expect. Now, I had already got my experience with OBGYN and family practice. I will do a video as far as for that to talk a little bit about the bad part with them too later on throughout the video. So as you guys skip through this video, you can find out the bad part within that. Now, I already did a video on the bad part of OBGYN, but this will just be for pain management and family practice. So ever since the coronavirus, we basically have to be making sure that we clean up after everything and sanitize everything. So pretty much I make sure I sanitize the doorknobs and everything like that. Even so, the blood pressure cuff, you guys will be seeing me do it as so in the video. Alright, so y'all, the number one bad thing about family practice, one, you're working with a lot of, not family practice, pain management. One, you're working with a lot of elderly patients. So we do get a lot of calls where they're like, hey, you know, this patient didn't wake up in the morning and we figured out that they passed away or something like that. They died in their sleep or something like that. We get calls like that. And I feel like, you know, that's kind of like the bad part about it because you develop that relationship with the patient. Now, you know, we've been 3 months in as far as for telecommunication, but before the 3 months before the coronavirus, you know, I would create relationships with the patient. You know, as I walk into the room and I introduce myself as the medical assistant and whatnot, it's just the fact that, you know, constantly seeing them every other 4 weeks or something like that, you tend to like be like, oh, okay, I remember that patient. But yeah, hearing about them, you know, dying and whatnot, I know it's life, but it's really sad, you know, because after a while you'll be like, man, that patient, you know, you ain't gonna never be able to see them again. So I definitely feel like that's kind of like one of the bad parts. Not so terrible, I would say more so like the sad part of pain management. So that's definitely one. I would say it's the second thing would be opiate addiction. So we have a lot of patients who are addicted to the opiates, and it's really sad. It's to the point where sometimes they may have to have their husband or wife come in to kind of explain to us like, hey, we need to know what's the treatment plan because this patient has been here for like 3 to 4 years and it's still the same plan. And they're like, you know, the patient is like fiending for the medication. So I feel like that's sad as well too, because you never know what a patient is going through. And it's like, sometimes they get so dependent on the medication, they forget like, hey, this is actually like dangerous to my body. So, you know, it's sad. And, you know, we get these calls and they're like, oh, I'm going through withdrawals. I need my medication. So, you know, those are the type of things that you might want to watch out for when being in pain management. At the end of the day, like I said, it's not nothing bad about that. It's just sad because it's like, you know, people really be out here like addicted to those type of medications, Percocet, fentanyl patch, buprenorphine, you know, all those type of medications. So you want to make sure that you watch out for that. The third thing I would say that's kind of like a little bad part. Now, this can be like a downfall. If you're not really comfortable with working around elderly patients, this probably wouldn't be a field for you. The majority of the patients we work with in pain management is elderly patients. Now, I feel like a lot of people may be like, you know, they don't like being around old people and stuff like that. So that's why I said this may be like a downfall. It all depends on what you like to work with. Now, I had my experience with OBGYN and I do plan on going back to OBGYN just because I like the feel of being around the pregnancy patients and just the feel of OBGYN. It's a lot more surgeries that I can assist with. Now, pain management, I help with certain surgeries with the doctor as far as for trigger point injections and stuff like that, but OBGYN is home for me. So that's why I'm just like, I'm glad to get my experience here and whatnot, and I'll still continue growing out strong until something comes about for me. But however, if you really don't want to just work with elderly patients, pain management is not really for you. So that's just that. The fourth thing I can say about pain management, it's not as fast paced. Ever since the coronavirus, everything hasn't been as fast paced here. Everything has been so more over the computer for telecommunication. But overall, before the coronavirus, we was fast paced. Like, it's constantly in and out of the room, making sure you help out with this and help out with that. But now it's kind of chilled. It's like a chilled environment. To the most part, I feel like if you're looking for something that's so much busy, I would say try to look for like Care Spot or something like that. Even OBGYN is a lot more chilled. Family practice is a lot more fast paced. That's something I did not too much like about family practice, so that's that. But if you're looking for pain management, it's a chilled environment, so it's kind of settled. The fifth thing I would say is that you got to have patience. When being in pain management, you have to have patience because you're dealing with elderly patients. So it's like, if you're kind of one of those people who are like, man, come on, you got to hurry up. Like that, you can't be like that in pain management because, like I said, it's a lot of elderly patients. So you got to make sure that you have those patients and be willing to like wait for them and whatnot. Just make sure you play your part for it. Just don't tend to like think everything is going to be rushed with pain management. Like, even on the phone, I have to sit and wait till they tell me their blood pressure. I have to sit and wait till they get certain things. I just have to be patient because at the end of the day, they're elderly, they're old. So that's another thing. And another bad part I would say is that some of these patients are really slick. Like, they end up being positive for drugs, and it's crazy. Like, even as a new patient, it's like, okay, we haven't seen you in like 3 months, then you come here as a new patient and you're positive for like cocaine, or you're positive for like oxycodone, and you're on buprenorphine. It's stuff like that. So it's like a lot of patients are really slick inside pain management, and I really feel like that's what every practice, whether OBGYN, family practice, cardiologist, or whatever, all these patients, you never know what you're going to get, but everybody has their ways of trying to think that they're going to be slick with getting their medication. So you just got to make sure that you watch out for that. But if you're looking for pain management as a medical assistant, it's definitely something that you could pick up as far as for your experience. I just don't want you guys thinking like it's certain stuff that you might be able to be like, I may like this or something like that. So if it's your first time into pain management, hopefully this video will be able to help you. If you want to see my video as far as for OBGYN, check the links that I provided for you below, because I also mentioned a video, the bad part about OBGYN. That's why I didn't go so much in depth for that. And also I have a video coming up soon where I specifically focus on family practice, the bad part about family practice. But I threw in my little advice as far as for 1 and 2 as far as for family practice. So hopefully this be able to help you guys. Hoping everybody stays safe during this coronavirus time. It's getting real serious, y'all. And have a good Thursday, y'all, because 4th of July is coming up, so we off tomorrow. So I'm really thinking it's Friday today. But peace, y'all.